Hello everyone, welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is DFree, and in this video, I will be giving you guys my comprehensive for dummies reroll guide. Nah, in all seriousness, hope you guys enjoy. Subscribe to the channel if you happen to be new. But I want to point out that right now, okay, there's a lot of opportunity for sparking characters. I mean, we have that exchange going on for the Spirit Bomb Goku and the PvP exchange. That's a thing. I don't know if there'll be better characters in the future, but right now that's a thing. There's also the Ultra Summon ticket thingy that gives you a guaranteed sparking character in the missions right now. So there's a lot of opportunity for just getting sparking characters. So maybe you want to extend your reroll beyond just summoning on the initial banner with the initial chrono crystals that you get. Because yes, if you did not know, basically what happens is on a reroll, you begin the game with whatever's available. And don't quote me on this, there's 2 to 3 multis in there right now, probably 3. You know, that you can go ahead and use, but you start the game with what's available in the box for gifts. Summon, see what you get. If you don't like what you get, you delete the account and start over again. That's how things work out. So there's a few different opportunities for that, and I'm going to try to cover everything, but that's basically how things work out. Right now, we have access to this ticket, and this ticket will drop a guaranteed sparking. Couldn't tell you which one, but yeah. So another thing I do want to point out is for somebody that's willing, hear me, willing, to spend money on their account, you can walk away right now. I don't know if it'll have Goku still because I've already used my first time for Goku, but, and of course in the future if this video is dated, maybe this isn't here, maybe there's a new character, whatever, but there's a starter pack available for Vegeta. You can go ahead and walk away with 100 Z power for Vegeta, or 600, excuse me, and get your copy of him right now if you would like to. So that's basically the equivalent of you summoning him. You get, is it 600 Z power per summon, like actually on the banner? So that's the thing that's available to you too. So that can help you get the edge, which is why that's there. And like I said, there was a Goku one there, Super Saiyan Goku. I don't know if it still is because I've already used it for somebody that is willing to spend the money on their account. If you're not, then more power to you. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Either way, reroll 1. This is what you would want. Let me tell you why this is what you would want. Because this is mainly the meta for the game right now. It's Saiyan teams. Saiyan teams just destroy, and they can account for the biggest threats. Right now, Piccolo is probably the biggest threat, but the hardest counter in the game to Vegeta, to Piccolo right now is Vegeta. Vegeta is incredibly good. But before I proceed, though, I want to say, like, if you walk away with an account with like a combination of like 3 or whatever sparking characters, regardless of who they are, be it Pan, Goku and whoever, you know, Pan, Pikkon, and Piccolo, unless you just simply don't like those characters, just keep that account and work on it, because that's still a really, really good account. That's basically as good as it gets, you know, so keep that account. But this is basically the ideal team. And one little tidbit before I proceed, when you reach Z level 20, you are able to get a free copy of Goku. As you progress, every 5 levels, you will get Z power from there for Vegeta and the other characters. So eventually, you will get free copies of all of them. You don't get them all in one hurry like you do with Goku, but eventually, you will get free copies of all the other characters as you progress through Z leveling up. You get the Z power for the characters. You get them in little chunks, you know, as opposed to Goku. Like I said, you get enough, I think 100, to get a copy of Goku with no stars. So keep that in mind too. You can get these beginner characters, basically these beginning sparking characters, for free, simply by Z leveling up, which the only way to do that is by completing missions. So look at your missions and complete what's available to you. Otherwise, finally, here's why this is what you would want. You notice the last spot is flexible. I'll talk about that in a moment. We're going to start off on Vegeta. Again, probably the best ranged unit in the game. And it's not even that big of a deal because Goku and Vegeta are both ranged units anyway. But nonetheless, Vegeta is probably a little bit better, in my opinion, at it. He holds 2 blast cards, which is a must for me. Like, it allows you to be more flexible with your playstyle, holding those arts cards. He also has the Saiyan tag down below. You have to pay attention to the character tags because that's what impacts your team that you are running. Vegeta can be on teams that, you know, are able to support Frieza Force type characters and or Saiyans. So aside from that, again, ability to be a blast type unit is awesome. It helps you play from, you know, further back as opposed to needing to rush in like melee types. Otherwise, the whole team has incredible Z abilities for Saiyan characters. 19% to characters with the Saiyan tag. There we go. 19% to their base blast attack during battle. So this Vegeta picks this up, and every other character that you would take into battle would pick that up. Goku as well. So speaking of Goku, again, he's a ranged character, so he's pretty good at it. He only holds these 2 cards, though, which I'm not a big fan of. Too many cards having just double strike cards, but it is what it is. Z ability, base strike attack plus 22%. Now this changes depending on your limit breaks. Levels 3, 5, and 7, I believe, upgrade this, so keep that in mind. That's why Goku's is a bit higher. It also says Z ability level 2, while Vegeta's is a little bit lower. So that applies to all your characters. Their Z ability does go up upon limit breaking them further. So also we have Raditz here. Again, another ranged character. He's really good. It's just he tries to do a little bit too much in my opinion. So I went over him in a separate video, going over all the extreme characters. I'm not going to go over him right now, but he's still a really good character right now, which I love the fact that we have access to these characters being good in the game. So plus 15% to Saiyan's max base health. That's self-explanatory, right? Right here, Shallot, I believe, does 10% to max base health. And Shallot, he's on here because he's a part of this ideal team, but, you know, he's a beginner character. You start off with Shallot. And in the future, there'll be more limit breaks for that to get better. Last but not least, this Goku. You would have to summon for Goku, Raditz, Goku, and Vegeta. Plus 20% Saiyan base strike attack, and they do stack. So this Goku and the other Goku base strike attack impacted, and that means they're going to be hitting pretty hard. So for that last spot, here's the deal. The reason why I left it open is because it's flexible. Ideally, that guy goes there. He's really good. I'll talk about him in just a moment. Ideally, that guy goes there. Even though he doesn't get buffed from the rest of the team, you can tweak it a little bit, maybe drop Shallot and put like a character like the Green Frieza in there, but that's basically it. Other units that work well in that last slot right now would be the Spirit Bomb Goku, who is in the exchange section for PvP. You can also reach that by going to, I believe, the purchasing Chrono Crystals area and stuff, the exchange. You can get that Goku. He is a Saiyan character. He should be a Saiyan character anyway, and he would slide onto the team right there. Otherwise, this Goku can be on the team. He's a hero character. You would never actually use him. He'd only be on the team for this. Because if you didn't know, Z abilities are active on your other 3 characters that you don't take into battle. That's the thing. So like if you were to take this team and only bring the sparking characters into battle, the other 3 abilities that the other 3 characters, Raditz, Shallot, and Goku, have on the bottom is still active for all your characters during battle. I've explained that, but if you're new, then I guess I can see how you can kind of like overlook that. But ideally, a Saiyan character would go in that last spot if you don't have Piccolo. And it has to be Saiyan. I mean, ideally, another sparking character can slide into there as well, if you would like. Raditz, or Nappa, excuse me, also is a really good option. But it has to be Saiyan to take effect. Pan is not a Saiyan. Yes, she is, but she's not because she doesn't have the tag. She is Hybrid Saiyan. Hybrid Saiyan doesn't get the effects of all the other Saiyan characters. So that's about it. So that's ideally what you would want, is those characters. And I wanted to point that out again because you do have to summon at least 4 of them. So here's another idea. Anti-meta. Okay, here's the deal. I just showed you guys basically the meta team, the Goku and Vegeta, which I can't go back there for some reason. But Goku and Vegeta. To counteract those guys, you can counteract them with any team. You just need really good gameplay, right? But nonetheless, it's easiest to counteract them with these characters, and partly because they're the best at their colors in the game right now. This easily changes if a new blue character comes out that's just better than Pan, right? Unfortunately, Pan's Z ability isn't super great for anybody but her right now, but this is anti-meta. Pan hard counters Goku to an extent. She doesn't do as much damage, unfortunately. Pikkon also can just destroy Vegeta, right? And then, of course, Piccolo, and the reason why Piccolo is good and why he basically is #1 on your priority list, because it's Piccolo, and then from there, I would say Vegeta, and then probably Goku and or Pan and that slot, and then Pikkon. They're all really good. They're all great, but that's what I would say. Goku, or Vegeta, or Piccolo, excuse me, at the top of your list. The reason why he's good is because he's incredible as a tank and he heals your entire team. That's it. Defense type, has very good defenses, as you see currently 18,000 on this character. I love that he holds 1 of each. That's perfect for me. His abilities here, first and foremost, Special Beam Cannon hits really hard, and it also improves the blast damage. That's awesome. Demon Willpower restores allies' health by 25% and cures abnormal conditions. So you can sometimes pick up abnormal conditions like faint and things like that. This should be able to get rid of that. Also, Z ability gives himself 22% and any other green characters to their base strike defense. Cover damage reduces damage received by 50% until the combo ends when changing cover. So if you swap this guy in when somebody else is getting comboed on, he reduces that by 50%. And he's also anti-Saiyan. Plus 20% to base blast damage inflicted against Saiyan characters. So Piccolo has a lot going on. He's really good. So he's at the top of your list. Also from there in the last few slots, it doesn't really matter, but I did have an example in this Extreme TN. You just put characters there that you would want to utilize your main characters. This will allow for Pycon to be a little bit more tanky, yellow element and stuff like that. Characters do get that. Also in the last slot, you can put another green character like the Green Frieza, buffs Piccolo's HP overall. You know, he's a hero rarity character, so he shouldn't be that hard to get. I believe you might even start off with him, don't we? Regardless, that's basically how things will work out for the second reroll priority team. For the last one, this is it. So the last one is, yo, whatever you have. It's that simple. Whatever you have, you can make a full sparking team now with these and with maybe getting tickets and getting lucky. And then also getting that Goku from the exchange shop by playing PvP. So that's, I mean, that's it. Whatever you walk away with, you walk away, like I said earlier, with multiple sparkings. Hold those multiple sparkings. So have an awesome day. Thank you guys. Take it easy and peace out.